Winnipeg, known for its vibrant culture, harsh winters, but hidden beneath it all, a dangerous underworld. Today we dive deep into how gangs rose to power here, shaping neighborhoods, spreading violence, and leaving a lasting mark on the city. The roots of gang culture in Winnipeg. Winnipeg's gang problem didn't appear overnight. It grew out of deep systemic issues: poverty, colonialism, and social exclusion, especially among Indigenous communities. Decades of marginalization created the perfect storm for organized crime. By the 1980s and 1990s, Winnipeg's North End became a hotspot. At the center of it all, two of the city's most infamous groups, Manitoba Warriors and Indian Posse. Indian Posse, the first street gang. The Indian Posse, founded in 1988 by brothers Richard and Daniel Wolfe, was Winnipeg's first structured street gang. Their goal: protect Indigenous youth, but it quickly evolved into a violent criminal enterprise. Daniel Wolfe was feared. Even in prison, he expanded the gang's reach. Indian Posse became involved in drug trafficking, extortion, and violent turf wars. Real fact: in 2010, Daniel Wolfe was murdered in Saskatchewan Penitentiary, a killing authorities said was orchestrated by rivals inside. At their peak, the Indian Posse claimed over 1,500 members across Canada, dominating Winnipeg's inner city. Manitoba Warriors, the rival power. Formed in the early 1990s, the Manitoba Warriors were made up of disenfranchised Indigenous youth from Winnipeg's west side. Unlike the Indian Posse, they modeled themselves after outlaw motorcycle gangs like the Hells Angels. The Warriors quickly seized control of meth and cocaine distribution networks in Winnipeg. Police labeled them a criminal organization under Canada's new anti-gang laws in 2001. Real fact: in 2007, over 35 members were arrested in Project Defense, a massive Winnipeg police operation targeting drug trafficking and weapons possession. The rivalry between the Indian Posse and the Manitoba Warriors ignited bloody street wars, claiming dozens of lives throughout the 1990s and 2000s. Today, Winnipeg's gang landscape has shifted. Newer groups like the Bloods, Mad Cows, FKC, F the Police, and Deuce Crew have taken the streets. One of the most notorious groups in recent years, Mad Cows, made up largely of Somali-Canadian youth. They became known for ruthless violence, armed robberies, and drug turf battles. In 2013, police launched Project Recall targeting Mad Cows, leading to major arrests and seizures of drugs and weapons. The Bloods, an offshoot of the Los Angeles-based gang, also have a strong presence, especially in the North End. They have been linked to drive-by shootings and targeted killings. How they took over: gangs didn't just move in, they filled a vacuum. Displacement, foster care systems, intergenerational trauma, especially in Indigenous communities, left many young people vulnerable. Recruitment often starts as early as age 12. Kids promised protection, family, and fast money, quickly pulled into a life of crime that's hard to escape. Today, police estimate there are over 30 active street gangs operating in Winnipeg, with thousands of individuals associated with gang activity. Real fact: Winnipeg continues to have one of the highest rates of gang-related violence per capita in Canada. The battle between law enforcement and gangs in Winnipeg rages on, but the deeper fight is against the root causes that allow gangs to thrive in the first place.